Welcome all water signs to your chakra reading for October. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, really getting deep in here and see what you guys really need. Best messages for all water signs, please, is cutting through to get to the answer. Really dedicating yourself to the prayer, to the manifestation. This card is really talking about surrendering to your higher calling. And a lot of times it is through the collaboration and willingness, of how you're seeing things, perception, changing minds, choices that we need, facing the truths thereof, and, really needing this for you. We're talking about that yellow solar plexus up here. We have the intention thereof, right? So we really need this. And this is where you're going to gather that inner strength as well to say, this is what I really, truly have to have, right? This is and not only that, it's like, it's saying, what can I do? But I know I can do it, because the solar plexus is all about, I can do it, right? But we really want to bring in the sacral chakra and the root chakra to the situation, guys. Why? So that way we can get what we want and say, I have that. So definitely wanting all of the above. And we kind of see it in this picture, right? As we see all the reds in here that's saying, this is what I have to have. And we have the communication coming out with the throat chakra saying there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of listening, a lot of creativity, a lot of speaking. We need to get together so that we can have this. It's the flow of communication. Knowing what good communication is and not really holding back, right? Getting down to the truths of the understanding of the situation for you guys. And there's this back and forth energy. Wow. So intuitively, you know that there is this kind of back and forth energy through the communication. It's kind of like I say one thing, but it's not really going the way I want it to go. So is someone really holding back? Is someone saying one thing and then turning around and saying something else? It kind of gives you a stuck in choices as well. So, you kind of get into this place where it's like, here I am, I'm doing really good. Then there could be some confusion or some self-doubt that they're actually going to do what they want, or you're going to do what you're going to do, right? Because something could come up and you're like praying, please let's not do this anymore, right? So I really need the balance. And it really is a card of balance, right? Because I'm kind of tired of this wishy-washy energy that's just continuing to go back and forth. And it really does feel like it's with somebody, guys, right? I'm trying to get down to the basis with you, and feels like you're listening, then you're not listening. Or you only want to hear what you want to hear. Oh, that one. Are they only hearing what they want to hear? So we have the perfect timing to go ahead and start manifesting and really getting this done and really start pushing. I keep wanting to say push the limits, make them understand. You know what? We need to come together. There has to be a connection, and there definitely is a time right now for for your chakras to say there has to be this, there has to be that. Otherwise, I'm gonna stay imbalanced. Right? The choice is yours. So it's saying the choice is yours. This is what has to happen. What are we gonna do? Am I going to sit over here and continue to kind of blow bubbles for you? And you're going to continue to pop these bubbles, or am I going to actually get myself balanced? Have an understanding that you only can get what you're going to get, and I'm going to keep myself balanced through the situation. I think your one reading for water signs, guys, last month, I think it was like numerology or something, was kind of talking about the same thing about, hey, this is the way it has to be. And if it doesn't, then this is the way it kind of folds on itself. And that's kind of what's going on. Is it keeps, bubbles keep popping, ideas keep happening, you keep popping the bubble, and then everything ends up turning in on itself. Not a good scenario. let's see what's going on over here, my friends. Communication back and forth is definitely the messages and the communication again. So the only way to actually really get up here is to really make them understand something, right? And make them kind of see the light. Because this is where it's going to put you into kind of a boss mode over here. And that's what you need, you know. You're going to say the only way to see this truth is by allowing this messages to really have an impact. So the choice is going to be, how am I going to make an impact? To make this, you know, actually work, whether it's at work or with a relationship or whoever, right? Or maybe it's just within yourself, right? Trying to dedicate yourself to one thing and make a choice, and then maybe you're going back on yourself. So take that how it resonates. You know what it is. But this is going to actually bring in the Empress over here because of the perfect timing. It says there is this rebirth. There is this time to be able to nurture the situation. And if it's done just perfectly, it's where you can actually sit down and say, this is the way it's going to be, right? Then we can actually harvest this. There can be a more nurturing to the situation. You know, this is where your heart chakra is really going to come in, and you'll have all of the messages coming through what you need, right? Because you say, well, how am I going to come up with the perfect words? Well, once you actually sit down and you actually start taking the time and, you know, really opening up the chakras, you will have the perfect words to say. Those things will start coming in. They will just start just kind of going out of your mouth. Your water signs, you have all the intuition, my friends. You know, you have what you need. You have the clarity. You have the unity. You have what you need, right? Everybody has what they need within the tools within themselves, but as water signs, you actually have more clarity and understanding built within you at birth on purpose. Most highest intuitive people on the planet. It's just focusing and knowing where it is and how it comes. And then you have that natural nurturing that comes with it to be able to speak what you need to speak. So once you actually get balanced, you will find that it just flows out of the mouth. It doesn't take much for a water sign. I have many water signs. You know, I'm a Taurus, so you know I hang out with water signs. You know I'm hanging out with them Pisces and them Scorpios. And you do. You have, it just flows. So at the perfect timing is when it's just going to flow out and it's just going to harvest itself and you'll be in complete control of the situation. It's just finding the balance and the choices and then getting to the manifestation, you know, the manifesting things. It actually feels more magical because it just feels like the choices and the things that are going to come out are going to be huge generosities. It's things that are going to nurture the situation, and then you won't have to feel like, well, why aren't they communicating? Why aren't they listening? It's just finding what you need to have the victory. You guys have it already within yourself. There it is. There you are. Water sign coming out. And I'm telling you right now, and that's the support system that you already have. It's the care, the love, the nurturing, the understanding, and enough to be able to communicate what it is you truly need to communicate. And once you're actually balanced, you will find all the creativity and all the things that you need just come natural. And that's why I like the Empress here too, because it's also talking about a natural way of doing things. It's just natural. Right now, it's almost like the back and forth is almost like it's causes anxieties. It'll, you know, if they're not listening properly, they'll put you into some kind of shell mode. Right, to where you're not going to want to listen too much, no matter what's, you know, whether you're Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, however you want to say it, right? Under the water, shelled, backed into a corner. No matter what it is, once you figure that out, it's just all going to come, just all at once. And then all of a sudden you're going to grab their attention, and they're going to say, well, why didn't you say that before? Oh, absolutely. And you could be dealing with some hot-headed fire sign. But it's all about the perfect timing for the perfect timing. It's just going to be through the healing of yourself, through the understanding and moderations of how you're pushing, right? And also how they may even be pushing you away. We have to actually understand that too, because with the back and forth, I think the more they're not listening and the more they're saying whatever they're saying, they could actually be pushing you back, which is getting you imbalanced as well and not making you want to make the choices. So now you'll be able to gather all that strength back and say, okay, this is the way it's going to be. And then you'll start, really pushing in the passion, but they're also going to be passionately more aware of the situation, and they're going to want to pay attention. I don't care if it's a love, I don't care if it's at work, it doesn't matter what the choice is. It's the way that's the way it goes. And look, it doesn't mean that they're 100% going to like what you have to say. They didn't say that. What I said is they're now communicating. Communication is actually flowing, right? So the victory in itself doesn't mean that you win this whole situation. What it means is I'm actually winning now, that I can stop doing the back and forth thing with you. I want you to pay attention. Whether they like it or not isn't so much the situation. The situation is getting balanced enough to have them actually want to listen to the choices and understandings of what's going on. I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel so much better. And then you got the moon coming out. Whoa, beautiful water card right there. Yeah, because this is going to open up all the clarity and all the creativity, and your intuition is going to be sparkling for the communication. So, and some of you might be dealing with an air sign. But right now, they just got you kind of in a fear mode that, I just feel like the fear is just the anxieties that they're putting you through for not having perfect communication, and which therefore keeps you bundled up. But now you're going to feel much calmer in the end as you're releasing what you need to release, right? Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.